While McGrady's talent has always been apparent, so has his tendency to act, well, his age at times. He's been criticized for pouting on the court and for shooting both the ball and his mouth off too much.
His body language was the
uphill battle for the Magic as the Hornets took control. 85-71 at that point. Things got ugly down the stretch. Darrell Armstrong has to be restrained. Charlotte wins this one 102-85. McGrady scored 35 points. It wasn't enough to salvage the Magic.
Offensivrebound von Mike Miller. Armstrong. Fehlpass auf Tracy McGrady. Und leichte Auseinandersetzung zwischen Bruce Bowen und Tracy McGrady. Sicherlich Ausdruck des Frusts bei Tracy McGrady. Es läuft überhaupt nichts bei den Magic und solche Aktionen, die passen natürlich dann ins Bild. Hier haben wir das Ganze nochmals. Ein leichter Rempler von Bruce Bowen. Ein bisschen Geschubse. Ein paar Nettigkeiten werden da sicherlich auch noch ausgetauscht zwischen Bruce Bowen und Tracy McGrady. Und es dürfte 2 technische Fouls geben. Jeweils 1 zu seinen Ungunsten. Bruce Bowen als auch für Tracy McGrady.
McGrady was at the center of it for the Orlando Magic, and then Bobby Jackson was the combatant for the Sacramento Kings. There was a punch by McGrady, a shove by Jackson. Both benches got about halfway on the floor, then quickly retreated to their respective benches.
You know, and the officials saw that right away. There should have been a technical foul, but I give the official credit right here. Ed Rush, look at, he goes in there and breaks it up. He gets right in the middle of the pile to try to prevent it.
I'm going to leave that statement alone, but I think Tracy McGrady's at fault here. I mean, you can't let yourself get caught in that position.
Gdyby był to Rashid Wallace, mogłoby być nerwowo. O, chyba błąd podwójnego kozłowania.
Don Reed znowu się przydał na tablicy.
I faulowany McGrady, przyfaulował w ataku. Niezadowolony tam Larry Brown. Może będzie okazja obejrzeć tę sytuację, gdy przebija. O, podwójny faul techniczny dla McGrady'ego i Erika Snowa. Chociaż faule techniczne to jest także dowód bezsilności sędziów.
Ale musieli rozdzielić, zdaje się, dyskutujący gorąco Tracy'ego McGrady i Erika Snowa. Nie wiem, o co chodzi Tracy'emu.
No, Eric Snow rzadko jest aż tak zdenerwowany. To jest koszykarz, który potrafi zachować kamienny spokój. Ale to jest znowu wyraz tego troszkę konfliktu pokoleń w NBA między tymi najmłodszymi, takimi jak Tracy McGrady, a to nieładne zachowanie Tracy'ego McGrady. Chyba będzie wyrzucony z boiska, tak jest. No, nie tak musi grać lider zespołu. Niedojrzały jeszcze psychicznie Tracy McGrady. Dlatego zdenerwował się tak Eric Snow. Rzeczywiście jest to zachowanie jakby niezgodne z regułami ligi zawodowej.
Czy to samo spotka Erika Snow? Chyba nie.
Dawniej często w takich sytuacjach występował Alan Iverson, teraz zaskakująco spokojny. Chyba walczy o swojego gracza teraz Larry Brown.
18 sezon w NBA. Niestety
też
również.
wyrzucony.
Poster bobblehead. Is that right? I think there's a misspelled word on that. What is that? Is that a bobblehead doll? Yeah, I think it is. Or is it a poster? Purchase your ticket today by calling 1-800-4NBA-KICK.
The whole game, you know, he really wasn't getting the job done, and him fouling me hard was his way of trying to take me out of the game, and you know, which is bad basketball. This is the NBA. I mean, it's a clean game. You don't go about trying to hurt guys like that. He did the same thing to Karl Malone, and then he tried to take me out, which, you know, I didn't appreciate that. You know, I didn't talk no smack to nobody out there. I just went out there and played my game and said a word to nobody.
Now, maybe it's a kindler, gentler Tracy McGrady. More importantly, it's probably a more mature McGrady. Remember against Philadelphia last year, Eric Snow goaded Tracy McGrady into that. Tracy got suspended. In March against Sacramento, Bobby Jackson. Tracy fires the ball at Jackson. He gets suspended there. By keeping his cool against Kenyon Martin, Tracy does not get suspended for this one. As David and Goose talked about, it's a $5,000 fine for McGrady. While Martin is out for 2 games, Tracy gets to play.
The easy foul. Robinson on the pass-off is fouled, and a technical foul is called on Orlando. On McGrady for throwing the ball in disgust after that 3rd foul in about 30 seconds.
Watch this. Yeah, I mean, Kemp's moving. Robinson, to give credit, he jumped into him, and it's hard to accept that one, especially the previous play. You feel like your guy got fouled. Tracy feels like he got fouled. And he's just saying, come on, call it even. If you're going to give that one to him, then I deserve the one down there. But now you got to be careful. Now you can't pop up to the officials. Now you can't get...
You spent some time with McGrady looking back this week. What's on his mind?
Well, I was just in Houston with him yesterday, and I was quite shocked by what I heard. Obviously, he got traded from the Magic to Houston. He was ecstatic about being in Houston. I thought the reason was to play with Yao Ming. Then I spoke to him, and it's an entirely different story. Check him out.
Honestly, as long as John Weisbrod was the GM, there was no way. There was no way I would have stepped another foot in a Magic uniform. There's no way.
Why?
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 Just his whole demeanor, his whole way he go about doing business, doing things. I don't know if I could say this, but I'm gonna say it. He's an I don't know what y'all gonna do with that. I'm giving it to you the reals. I'm giving it to you the reals.
No, he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing at all. I mean, if I had let him go on, he would have continued to blast John Weisbrod. It was unbelievable to say the least. But I'm going to applaud his candor. When I called the Orlando Magic for a response, they said through a spokesperson, John Weisbrod said, "I won't even dignify that with a response." Evidently, it is something that he has heard before, possibly to his face. At least I got that impression talking to Tracy McGrady.
Wow. Tracy McGrady and his teammates, Stephen A. I know you got a chance to sit down and talk to T-Mac, who wasn't looking forward to the postseason, but looking back to his time in Orlando.
Here's all I can tell you. I sat with him yesterday. His feelings were not surprising, but his candor certainly was. Take a look.
Now, when there's a beep involved, you know he said something that maybe something really candid when there's a beep involved.
I'm not about to repeat it, but again, his candor was quite surprising. I mean, his feelings about the Magic organization and John Wise in particular is not something you hear a player customarily say about a former executive. The Magic reaction to it all was that they would not even dignify with a response. That was John Weisbrod's reaction today to a Magic spokesman.